Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Stefanie Drysdale's Cybersecurity Recap number 49 for Friday, December 11th, 2020. Stephanie, almost live, mostly live from Chicago. How are you today?
I'm good, Chuck. How are you?
Doing good. What's going on in the cyber world?
Uh, Quite a bit in the cyber world. A lot of talk about a few topics, so we'll just kind of get to it. So, Forbes shared an article on personal cyber insurance for the growing risk of cyber attacks. The scenario is that you turn on your computer and you find that it's locked, and there's a message for you to pay $2,500 in Bitcoin within 24 hours, or the price is going to double. If you fail to pay, the files will be lost forever and you'll never get them back. Obviously, cyber extortion is the growing problem with the ransomware. Two-thirds of consumers are worried about an attack. A third have already experienced one. So some of the worries with these include identity theft, bank fraud, hacking, malware, personal cyber insurance as an add-on to your normal homeowners or renters insurance can cover some of these situations in the event that you would unfortunately experience one. So there are a few different types of coverage that they're going to offer you. So one would be a cyber attack. So that's going to remove like viruses, going to cover the reprogramming of your device, other restoration components to that. Then there's an option for cyberbullying. So if as a result of a cyberbullying situation that you've encountered, there's perhaps a wrongful termination, a school discipline, a temporary relocation, some private tutoring, lost wages, or other legal issues, it would cover that potentially. Cyber extortion would provide you with expert assistance and then ransom reimbursement in certain situations. Definitely wanted to make sure that if you do have that you know what is covered and what's not covered before you pay the ransom yourself and expect to be reimbursed for that. Um, Data breach coverage would pay for services if the personal data entrusted to you is lost, stolen, or published, not your company's data, but your own personal data. Um, Online fraud would pay for direct financial losses due to problems with identity theft, including unauthorized banking or credit card transfers, phishing schemes, etc. May also include access to fraud specialists. So this is really helpful too for the average person who, does not really have a lot of people in your life that you can go to for this kind of guidance. Um, Active cyber monitoring, lawsuit protection can replace or repair electronic data, retrieving or replacing or recreating that financial and personal identity documents. The article also offered some info on who offers this kind of cyber insurance currently, as well as some really great basic tips on preventing attacks in the first place. So make sure that you catch that article, and if you are curious about it or want to look into it, and then reach out to whoever has your homeowners or renters insurance. Bob Carver shared a ZDNet article on ransomware games that are now cold calling victims if they choose to restore their backups without paying. So we tell you all the time to back up your data and all of that, that you're actually, facing opponents now who are going to try to penalize you either way. I won't go too deep into the complexities of the specific ransomware games, but I think that for all of us, the major takeaway here's to know what can happen even to the best protected organizations, and to definitely not wait until you're in over your head to find those trusted partners and resources that have the expertise to help you recover from an attack like this. So feel free to reach out. We're always here to help and be a resource in the event that you should need it. James W. shared a Reason.com article on facial recognition programs and how they're getting better at recognizing masked faces. The big talk about, and now that we're all walking around wearing masks, how does that work with facial recognition? How does that work with crime and attribution and all of those things? So really still high error rates around facial recognition when people wear masks. It is improving, but If you wear a red mask or a black mask, it tends to yield a higher error rate for those things, as well as larger masks that cover more of your face rather than just your nose and mouth. Throw in a hat and some dark sunglasses, and you obfuscate the majority of the data that the algorithm would need to recognize you. Looking toward the future, we're being a little bit more aware of superimposed images of other people's faces, or reflective glasses that can further complicate things. So interesting technology. It's going to impact a lot of things in terms of crimes and other types of attribution. So keep an eye on those. This week, everyone, I think, was inundated in their feeds with the fact that FireEye, one of the top cybersecurity firms in the world, had suffered a breach that was attributed to a nation state attack. This reminds us that absolutely no one is immune. If they can be compromised, anyone can, especially when your opponent is so completely well staffed and very well funded. The sky is the limit for those attackers. Be sure to follow good advice on mitigation strategies if you're a client of theirs, as well as patch and seek guidance on how all of us can learn from this situation and how to protect ourselves better going forward. So good luck. And that's what I have for you all this week. I hope everyone is well and staying safe and warm, and I look forward to seeing you all next week.